Very good afternoon to all of you. Let me first start with what is norm in our industry, statutory disclosures or risk factors. Can you zoom in on this? Yeah. You can see all these black marks which I have put up on certain emojis. Usage of all these emojis will involve financial risk to you. This is the judgment yesterday night by a federal court in US. It's not applicable in India today, so don't worry, but you never know when it will become applicable. The US federal judge has said that usage of these emojis means you are guaranteeing financial return to your investors. So IFA Galaxy, next time, please be careful. Since Navneet was going to speak on India and economy, I was allotted a very easy subject of how can we grow as a person and as a business. How many of you exercise daily? The rest of you are like me. Earlier I used to wear shirt, pant and come easily. But I now need to copy Navneet by wearing a bandi so that I can hide my pouch. If you don't want to fall in my category, please exercise daily. Tell everyone, including yourself, that from here onwards you are going to have only 23 hours in a day, not 24 hours. For your wife, for your clients, for everyone else you have 23 hours. 1 hour you will spend on exercise. Now I want to know how many people will clap after I say this. But if you don't exercise, that evening you'll have to skip the dinner. Normally you have to raise your hand in US to take an oath. Can we all take an oath that I solemnly confirm that I will do exercise every day? And the day I have not exercised, I'll skip the dinner. Thank you. A healthy body is necessary before we can do anything. Now I'm standing before the lunch and I'm showing all these things. But this is not to excite you about the dessert available. I'm sure this is very good. But this is to say that everything which we produce as human being is actually stinking. Our sweat, our urination, our excreta, everything stinks. Only thing we are capable of producing sweet is our words, our language. Can we all say that whenever I speak, I'll only speak sweet things? There is a great silence, but I don't know why. Am I demanding too much? I know, but I want you to exercise restraint. Again, most of us don't recognize the value of word which we speak. I myself is not good at this, like I'm not good in exercise. But I would like to follow this as much as possible. The amount of time I have spent on earth, I'm not probably going to spend as much on earth going forward. So I might as well start utilizing my life better. And the best thing is to ensure that I speak good about everyone. This will be going against the nature of human body, but I think we are capable. There is a book called Red Ocean versus Blue Ocean. It's management theory propounded by Korean management guru. If you swim in Red Ocean, you will get bloody. If you swim in Blue Ocean, the whole ocean is yours. A simple example of red ocean versus blue ocean. I used to work in Axis Bank, and they were little late in capturing salary accounts and other businesses. Instead of competing in corporate circle, they decided to move into blue ocean, which was essentially government salary accounts that generally was with PSU Bank. And by shifting in servicing government employees by providing modern banking, technology-filled banking, they were able to create a large salary account base. They were able to get many more customers. In fact, in some of the departments where they installed ATM machines, in rest of India, ATM machines were used for withdrawal of cash. But in those places, ATM money was used only for deployment of cash. So figure out where that blue ocean is for you as a mutual fund distributor. Maybe it's not HNIs in Chennai. Maybe it's HNIs in other parts of Tamil Nadu. Maybe it is not upper middle class of Chennai and other parts of Tamil Nadu, but the lower end of the society. Maybe it's government employees. You never know where the blue ocean is till such time you explore. This is something which all of you have been practicing, so I don't have to stress it again. But always keep client first. I will always come and request you to sell my NFO, but you have to sell it only if it makes sense for your customer. I will always come and request you to sell my mutual fund, but you have to sell what is making sense for your customer. Many a times in relationship, we end up forgetting our customer. So please, 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 always keep the customer first. If you have customers' pocket share, one day it can disappear. But if you have customers' mind share through trust and confidence, he'll be staying with you for lifetime. There is something called Pareto's principle 80-20. This has been observed in business after business. You put 80% of your time in servicing 20% customers who gives 80% of revenue or profit. Most of the mutual fund distributor ends up doing other way around. They spend 80% time servicing those 80% customers who are only giving 20% of revenue or profit. The smaller guys will pick up your phone. The smaller guys will visit your office. The smaller guys will do as what you suggest. It is the rich and the HNIs who are far more complex. All of you must do 80-20 division. And please focus on engaging by using 80% of your time with those 20% customers who are actually going to give you 80% of business. One of Mumbai's topmost doctor, he was mutual fund investor through a sub-broker of a MFD. And his SIP was about maybe 10,000-12,000 rupees a month. Because he was very famous doctor, meeting him was impossible. Even getting an appointment was 3 months waiting period. So you can imagine what his sub-broker was getting out of him. Probably he didn't respond on WhatsApp, email, SMSs, decline meeting request, and hence he was ignored. One fine day, a colleague of mine needed his appointment, and he needed urgent appointment. The only request from doctor was that you please bring Nilesh also with you. I had no choice. I accompanied my colleague, went to meet him. and he wanted to talk about financial planning. We talked a little, but unfortunately then there were other medical patients and we had to kind of terminate abruptly our meeting. I went with another IFA to his house on a Sunday evening and spent time with him about 2-3 hours. Today, his SIP book is about 6 to 7 lakhs a month. From 10-12,000, you can move to 6-7 lakhs simply by engaging with the doctor. But for that, you'll have to waste your time. He won't respond to your WhatsApp, he won't respond to your SMS, he won't open your email, he won't give you meeting, he will definitely not meet you during office hours. But if you spend time with him, or if you spend time on getting an appointment with him or her, you will see how business grows. So please follow this 80-20 allocation. Spend 20% of time with 80% of clients who give 20% of revenue. Focus spending 80% time with that 20% clients who is going to give you 80% revenue. One thing where most mutual fund distributors haven't done a great job is following each one bring one principle. If all your customers gives you one reference in a year, your customer base will keep on doubling every year. Today, need for financial advice is visible all over. In Mumbai, there was a film actress called Sonam Kapoor. She bought a flat in Bandra Kurla complex, and after waiting for some 7-8 years, when she sold, she got virtually no return. From that level all the way down to common men, there is need for financial advice. If you go and pitch saying that I am a good distributor, I'll manage your money well, the response is likely to be subdued, muted. But what if your customer goes and tells someone that, look, this guy or this person is good, deal with him? Your chances of conversion or success will improve dramatically. Please focus on getting one reference from your customer every year. If you have satisfied customer, which is the case with most of you, it should not be too much of a trouble to get just one additional name. There's a company called Club Mahindra. How many of you are members of that? How many SMS you receive about introducing one of your friend and then you will get some iPhone 14 or things like that? If a big company like Club Mahindra has no shame in asking for reference, why should we feel shame about asking reference? So please focus on each one, bring one. Most of you spend time on your business. Very few of people spend time on industry. I'm sure Mohsin bhai, अब तो आपका सारा टाइम इसी में जा रहा होगा. But how many IFAs can spend their entire time for industry? All of you has to spend 10% of your time in industry for issues related to industry. This is called brand building. There's a company called Team Lease in Bangalore. It is India's one of the largest staffing company. And their founder, one of the founder, Manish Sabharwal, spends a lot of time talking about labor, talking about projecting himself as solution provider on issues related to labor. Because he went and invested time on figuring out where the problem is, what could be the solution, and he became a spokesperson for staffing industry. Today, he is considered as the foremost expert on labor-related issue. His brand image has gone up and Team Lease has also benefited. And obviously, country is also benefiting because he is making some superb suggestions. He is recognized as expert in government committees. And when Manish Sabharwal speaks, Delhi listens. How many of us are doing that for mutual fund industry? All of you have so many satisfied customers. Do they write appreciation letter to regulator saying that I got advice from so and so and it was so good? Why can't we request our customers to write appreciation letters of the work we have done in making them wealthy, in making them financially secure, and share it on our social media and share it on with regulators? If all of you put 10% of your time in supporting IFA Galaxy, in supporting Motion Buy, in supporting Mr. Narayanan, I'm sure everyone will benefit. Nahi taali mat marna, because next what I am going to show you will feel shameful. This is what I wrote. Right now, there is a big disinformation campaign going on against mutual fund industry. All of you know that our investment in Adani Group is very, very limited. We have loved their businesses, but valuations were expensive, and hence we have invested mostly in our passive funds or arbitrage fund. Passive fund, we don't have discretion. Arbitrage fund, it's a hedged position. And despite that, there are people who are writing anything about us. One newspaper from your own city wrote that mutual funds have lost about 6,000 crore in Adani fiasco. That was the headline. In bottom, they had written, exposure has come down by 6,000 crore. When you reduce exposure, it doesn't mean losses. By that logic, the headline should have been that mutual funds have created 40 lakh crore of wealth for investors. Nothing could have been farther from truth. But when this kind of headlines appear, they create negative image for us. And fortunately, there is no impact on our business. That is coming because of your effort. When I tweeted this saying that, thanks to mutual fund distributors, those campaign, those disinformation is not impacting our business. 56 people liked it. 9 people retweeted it. And 1 guy commented on it. In my own company, I have 500 employees. So I'm quite sure that they are all my employees who are writing it. Babu bhai, how many times people appreciate you like this? Not even once. And what response you give? Exactly what you are giving me right now, complete silence. If we are not going to build our own brand, how will people appreciate us? If we are not going to talk about the good work we have done, how are people going to appreciate us? Work should speak for itself. But please remember, we are in digital world where work will speak after few decades, but the noise you make will probably get heard instantly. And we are not making noise for something which we haven't done. I request you to make noise for all the good work which we have done in educating customers, in making them financially secure, in making them wealthier. Can I now take an oath from you that yes, we will spend 10% of our time in doing industry activity. Rising tide lifts every boat. If our industry grows, all of us will grow. Today, me and Navneet are part of pre-monetary policy committee meeting with RBI. There are only 2 people from mutual fund industry in that. Is it because we are smart or knowledgeable? No. It is recognition of the mutual fund industry. This was one more incident similar to that. My request is please, please, please spend time on building brand for mutual fund industry. Our boat is very solid. If the tide lifts us, we'll go up without effort. Otherwise, we'll have to do a lot of rowing in order to go up. Thank you.